Good evening, I'm Marie Caso and you're watching Ukraine Brief on TVP World. Today is day 1318 of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Russian attacks across Ukraine have killed at least one person and wounded at least 16 in the past 24 hours. Moscow launched 381 Shahed-type attack drones and 35 missiles. Ukraine's air defense forces reportedly intercepted 303 of the UAVs and 17 missiles, but 78 drones and 18 missiles struck 6 locations, according to a Ukrainian report. Overnight on Friday, Russian forces carried out massive strikes with missiles and drones on Ukraine's energy infrastructure, including facilities of the gas transportation system, the Energy Ministry of Ukraine reported. Ukraine's Naftogaz CEO says, "The Russians have once again attacked our gas production facilities in the Kharkiv and Poltava regions. It was a combined strike involving 35 missiles, including a significant number of ballistic ones and 60 drones. Some were shot down, but unfortunately not all of them. This is the largest massive attack on our gas production infrastructure since the start of the full-scale war." In northern Ukraine's Sumy region, an 8-year-old child and 2 adults were wounded in Russian attacks. Over the past 24 hours, Russia carried out 35 strikes across 8 communities of the region. In the neighboring Kharkiv region, 2 people were wounded after Russian forces launched 13 missiles and drones, according to regional governor Oleg Syniehubov. In a separate attack, Russian forces launched 10 Shahed-type drones on an agricultural enterprise in the Novovodolaska community. A fire broke out over a total area of 13,600 square meters, killing around 13,000 pigs. In the Zaporizhia region in Ukraine's south, Russian forces attacked 2 communities with 4 aerial bombs and FPV drones, injuring 2 people. In the Kherson region, Russian forces continue shelling the city, causing fires in apartment buildings. At least 5 people were injured in these attacks. In the eastern region of Donetsk, Russian strikes killed 1 person and injured 4 more, according to Governor Vadim Filashkin. The attacks damaged more than 40 buildings, about half of which are residential. This footage shows the frontline town of Konstantinivka, located less than 10 kilometers from Russian positions. Over the past 24 hours, Russian forces struck 8 times with bombs, drones, and artillery. The town, which is constantly targeted by Russian attacks, continues to endure heavy shelling and destruction. According to Ukraine's commander-in-chief, Oleksandr Syrsky, Russian forces launched almost 7,000 drones at Ukraine in September alone, including more than 3,600 Shahed-type drones. Drones of Ukraine's security service struck another Russian oil refinery located 1,400 kilometers from Ukrainian-controlled territory. Overnight on Friday, Ukrainian forces carried out another drone strike on a Russian oil refinery in the city of Orsk, near the border with Kazakhstan, according to Reuters, citing a source in Ukraine's SBU security service. The attack targeted an oil refinery in Russia's Orenburg Oblast, located approximately 1,400 kilometers from Ukrainian-controlled territory. This footage clearly shows the name of the oil refinery, Orsknefteorgsintez, showing people leaving the premises and the moment of the attack. Ukraine's new strategy of targeting oil refineries is hitting Russia's economy hard, putting nearly 40% of Russia's oil refining capacity out of operation. Videos posted on social media show a strike on the port of Tuapse by Ukraine naval drones on September 24th. The strike targeted an oil terminal. Russian President Vladimir Putin claims that Russian forces are advancing across nearly the entire front line, capturing Yunakivka and in Sumy half of Vovchansk and part of Kupiansk in Kharkiv, and moving closer to Konstantinivka.
The Group West has captured 2/3 of the large city of Kupiansk. We already have the city center under our control, and fighting is going on in the southern part of the city. The Group South has already entered the city of Konstantinivka, which is one of the main defensive lines, along with Sloviansk and Krematorsk. These are the defensive lines which had been built for around 10 years.
The Ukraine police unit known as the White Angels evacuated 3 civilians from the Kupiansk district in the Kharkiv region. Together with members of the Red Cross of Ukraine, the White Angels evacuated 3 local residents in an armoured vehicle, including 2 elderly residents. The road to the evacuation site is just a few kilometres from the front line and is under constant fire control and daily shelling. In the eastern frontline town of Konstantinivka, which is under constant drone attacks and air bombardment, the White Angels carried out another evacuation, an elderly woman who agreed to leave only after extensive persuasion by her son. While the majority of people have already left the frontline areas, some refuse to evacuate or simply lack the ability to do so. Most of them are elderly or disabled residents for whom it is extremely difficult to abandon the homes where they have lived their entire lives. And that's all from Ukraine for now. Thanks for joining us, and stay tuned for more on TVP World and tvpworld.com. Goodbye.